on the way up here, I decided I wanted to go somewhere new. Go to this pond, do a portage, into some creeks, and to some other smaller ponds, versus heading up to Moose Pond, which I've already been to. Even though I would like to go up there and try to catch some trout, but rather go somewhere new. This decision I made on the way up. And we're off. Away from the noise. So I had a uneventful drive on the way up, which is a good thing. I didn't hit a deer. The last time I drove up here by myself, I hit a deer. Now go ahead and I gotta tie up, get a lure on. I was gonna do it at the house, but I preferred to just sit out here and float in the water and do it this morning. So I'm gonna do that and fish on my way over to the portage. Got our first monster. Look at this little guy. He was going for it, man. Guess we didn't get completely skunked this trip. I'll take it. Just a little guy, but still fun to reel in. Still nice to catch something. Didn't have any more luck on the way over to the portage. Was debating on fishing this pond a little more, but I want to check this portage out. It's always kind of a teaser when you catch a fish, especially a small little fish. When you first get in, the water, and then you think, oh awesome, I'm gonna be on the fish, I'm gonna catch some more fish. Get you all amped up, and then you don't get any more bites. Everything is soaked. Getting a fire is gonna be pretty tricky, but it's also the fun part about it sometimes. All right. I'm taking it really slow. I don't know if you guys seen in our previous video where we broke the tips off of both of my rods on one of our trips, and it was on a boardwalk like this. We weren't paying attention, and one of the wheels slipped off the back, kind of like that right there. Holy cow. And the boat flipped all the way over, hit a tree, and snapped both of the tips of my rod off. So this is a brand new rod. Definitely don't want that to happen. And I still have to fix my other rod, which I brought with me a fishing pole tip repair kit. Well, I just got done doing that portage. I think it took me like 5 minutes. I don't even want to call it a portage, but I got here on this little creek, and there's some folks ahead of me. I'm gonna let them paddle and get a ways ahead of me here so they can have some privacy. This little duck is not scared. Swimming right along with me. It's beautiful out right now. Really lucked out. I thought there was gonna be more rain. Still some in the forecast, but so nice just to be out, hear all the birds. Just had a duck come whizzing by me. No bugs right now, which is amazing. We finally popped out a little square pond here, and so I'm doing a little bit of fishing right now. I'm gonna just, oh, there we go. Tell me that was good luck. Oh yeah, nice. Just a little bass. Little bass. That was pretty cool. As soon as I turn the camera on, pick that little guy up. Take whatever we can get. It's just a good time catching fish. Big, small, don't matter. I'm gonna go check this campsite out here. Came up on this rock site here, and it's nice, but I don't know. This is about the only semi-level spot. Otherwise, this is, you probably can't really tell too much, but it's all pretty much a hill behind this campsite. Fish surfacing everywhere. So I'm gonna go paddle this pond, and pretty sure I think I'm gonna keep on moving on. This is the other campsite that was just right down the way. Looks a little flatter up there. I'm not gonna get up there and check it out, but at least I know it's here. It's better than that rock one. Give you a little update. Still on Little Square Pond. Paddling to the other side of it. Running something a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna ride the wind and head back. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep trucking. Paddling up this stream right now. Tiny current. Barely anything, but really nice in here. This is all nice sandy bottom. Be a good place to stop and cool off. So I paddled up that stream, and I'm sure you can hear that off in the distance. That's a railroad tracks over there, and they're currently, I believe they're removing them. So it's pretty loud. Definitely not staying here. Just wanted to take a quick break. I've been paddling since like 8 this morning. It's I think almost 1, so a good 4 or 5 hours. But it's got a nice little beach area down here. Wouldn't be a horrible sight if that noise wasn't off in the distance. So yeah, we're gonna probably head back down that stream that just came up. I didn't really do a lot of recording, but I will on the way down. I caught a couple sunnies in there. I'm pretty sure I recorded the very first one that I caught. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head back to that other pond. It was just, I felt a little more isolated over there. And the second campsite that I seen over there was pretty decent. But I'm also gonna go look at a couple of campsites on the far end of this pond real quick, and make our decision from there. All right, we are heading out. The noise is gone. I don't know if they've stopped working for the day, but yeah, it's really nice. You can just hear the wind. It's making around this island right now. There's that campsite that I was at, just right over there. Move down this way and just relax. Not really too hungry. Kind of just want to fish and paddle and wear myself out to this evening. So We'll see though just how nice these sites are. I always figure, you know, hey, when in doubt, pour the cores out. Maybe not pour the cores out. I'd say maybe bring the cores out. That might work a little better. Pour it out. Whoop. So, all right. So I hit whelp, so, and all right. All in one video, or clip, I should say. So I'm just reeling in. I'm gonna go check this site out real quick. I did have one goal in mind during this trip. The only goal was to not let my canoe float away. I don't know if you watched the previous videos. Please go back and check them out if you haven't. But for whatever reason, John and I have been both doomed by the float away canoe. All right, there we go. And you'll see there's a video where my canoe floated away on me, and twice it's happened to John. Oh wow, this is pretty nice. Nice and open. I like it. Little bench. That's a pretty cool table. Huh. Little sandy beach here. I don't know, this might be the one. Oh, actually, wait. Want to go down here? It's pretty cool. Okay. Figured out another word to start the video with. Okay. So that last campsite, I'm gonna stay there. I was about to like flip a log or do something, flip this mapping, do something stupid to let that make my deciding factor. I also wanted to finish kind of fishing this pond and look at these other sites that are over here. I know this one's really sandy because when I came in earlier, there was a big family there swimming at it, from it, something like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna cruise through here. I'm chilling. I just feel like I'm floating aimlessly right now. It's great. I don't have a single plan, so it feels good not to have to worry about much. Just paddling. As basic as it can get. Relax, the breeze, just no noise. Oh, just the sound of the wind and all that is more than enough. I don't catching a fish, cooking up good food, finding a great campsite. All those things are great, but that right there, just that pure silence that just went by, that's more than enough for me. I'll take that all day. And if you're wondering what this thing is, when I bring Cade, I was going to try these little wristbands. They were on sale, so I grabbed a bunch of them. And I just happened to have one in here, and there's a few bugs that popped out when that breeze wasn't blowing, so I figured let me throw it on and see how it works. So far, so good. I was just thinking about it, but I just thought of a better saying. When in doubt, bust the cores out. Figured that was a little better than pour the cores out. I was just thinking about that as I'm paddling away over here. This big rock. I want to go fish around that. There's a portage right there. A couple campsites along this. I'm gonna go check out. The stream is back over there, so we'll see if we make it all the way around. Depends on these sites, but I'm gonna go see if we can catch a fish over here. Now you remember, can't see it, but right around, if you go around this point, right around over here, there was that rock that was over there. And so I'm gonna go over to that rock because I think there's some fish, something like that. I go over there. As I'm pulling into that area, I catch a bass. Once I get the bass unhooked, unfortunately I was charging my camera at the time, so I had to try busting out my phone to get some video of it. But once I got that bass unhooked, I just threw my lure back in the water. I was just kind of floating with the wind, getting myself organized again, and a sunfish jumped on. So grabbed that, got that off, and then as we were paddling out of there, I caught another bass. As I was going to get, well, once I caught it, it was on, but as I was going to get my phone out to try to get some footage of it for some record, some proof, it came off. But yeah, so it was kind of weird, but one of those things, you have a little intuition and sometimes you just got to go with it. Felt like fish were over there. Unfortunately, I'm not catching anything big, but still fun, still a good time. And then, whoa, look at the snakes, holy cow. There's one, there's two of them actually. But yeah, this was the beach area where I seen that family playing and swimming earlier. Nice little spot. I'm gonna load up and we're gonna float down the stream and go to the other pond, and hopefully one of our sites is open. There's another little beach area right over here. But I know I turned this back on because I just opened up my other cores. I got one more left after this, but I got another saying. So for each cores, I figure I can do some sort of saying for each one. So this one's gonna be, when in need, it's cores indeed. Yep. On that board. I don't want to say necessarily bored, but that's just what I'm thinking about, I guess. I don't know. It's great though. So we just entered the stream again. We are about to float this bad boy down. I'm all set up this time with little worm. There was a few pretty good sized fish down in some of these holes. So we're gonna go do this and pop back out to this other pond we were at earlier. Hopefully grab one of the good campsites that was there. I was actually just talking to a few folks that were passing through, and they live right down the road from me actually. It's kind of funny, small world. But always good to see some people out here enjoying as well. But not too many. Just cruising with the current right now. Dead silence, awesome. So quiet, I literally feel like I can hear a pin drop. It's crazy. Just looking for a little hole in here to throw this little worm in. Another sunfish. Whenever I go to fill these guys back in the water, they always have to poke me. Every time I feel like they get me good. Another sunny. Free ride down the stream right now. Nice little sprinkle. It's the perfect leisurely way to travel. Just about floated down this little creek. There were a few larger fish in here I would see, but I couldn't even tell what they were. Definitely wasn't bass or pike. I have no idea what it was. I need my fishing expert John out here. He'd know what it is. Yeah, I've just recently myself, kind of towards the end of last season, got the fishing bug. Before, John and I would always go camping, and you know, basically I'd go camping to do a little bit of fishing, and John would go fishing to do a little bit of camping, where we kind of switched over. I would say I do mostly fishing now too. So I'm just learning. This is one campsite here to the left. I come out of here and take a right back to the second pond that we came to. The one that had the big rock. I didn't really like that site too much, so we're gonna go to the one a little bit further down from that, hoping that it's open. Fortunately, sounds like somebody's at the campsite that I wanted. But on a good note, we've got a fish on. Probably a bass. Whoa. This guy got some good fight to him. Man, this guy's still running. That's a bass. Oh. Oh. And popped off. Decent sized one. Unfortunately, that was a missed fish. It's all good. Headed up to the boat. Try to grab another one. Alright, we're on another one. We got a flopper. We got a flopper. Guess he's not done yet. This guy's fighting to get to the bottom. Holy cow. Not a monster, but still fun to catch. He's flopping like crazy, man. Alright. Let's try to finish this up. Get over and see if the site's ready or not. I don't think it is, but there's a trail that's back here, so I don't know if I hear noise from the trail or if people are at the campsite. We'll find out. Here's our campsite for tonight. So earlier it had started raining. I didn't get a chance to record before I put my tent up. I didn't want stuff to get all wet. I was able to put my tent up under these trees. It was kind of raining lightly, so I didn't get nothing wet as I was getting set up, luckily. Here we go. Out. Do some food and fishing. Rain passed. After paddling all day with all that gear in my boat, I realize how light it feels without it now.
camera's picking up the rainbow just a little bit. And the rainbow is right on my campsite. There we go. Green switch. Messing with the camera, I lost that one. I had one on, but I lost it trying to flip the camera around. That's all good. See a beautiful sunset back there. Rainbow. Ended up clearing out. Really beautiful night so far. Evening, I should say. Little beaver. Just got done fishing. No luck. Grabbed a little bit more firewood. If I can find some more near the camp, but I think this will do for now. Alright, we're going for the easy fire tonight. One thing I always do when I bring my cooler is you got to put ice in there usually, so might as well freeze a bottle of water and slap that sucker in there and it'll be your ice and you got some cold water as well. Sorry, I'm not the greatest at recording. Everybody's cut up. Just wanted to warm it up a little bit. All done. Grub that up real quick. So one way I like to clean my dishes at night is I just go get a little water down there. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's cold out, but it's cold enough to where the fat kind of hardens on this. Tricky to get off, so I like to heat this water up, pour it over that in the spoons, clean it all out, and I always bring a little dish towel, just makes it easy. So just a couple little things to make your trip easier. Always usually worth doing and bringing. It's been a great night. I don't even know what time it is. I ate all that steak and mushrooms and onions and that macaroni salad. Definitely feel good. Going on a solo trip was a lot funner than I thought it was going to be. I'm not as lonely as I had imagined. So it's been good. It's been good to unplug, to recharge a little bit and get out here. All right, water's pretty hot now, so I just... And then what I'm gonna do is pour this. Everything's nice and clean and degreased for the most part. Just enjoying the last few minutes of this fire, getting my feet nice and dry and warmed up, which feels great to do after they've been wet most of the day. Fire's dying down, boots are dry. I think we're put everything away, the food and all that good jazz. Take another drink of my ice cold water. Telling you, it's worth bringing this after paddling all day. Having to drink that. The water right now is kind of warm. I mean, it's not like it can't be done, but if you can finish your day off with some ice cold water, it to me, it's definitely worth it. When I run out of this, I drink from that. It's not a problem. But that's it. That's all, folks. Put all this stuff away, brush my teeth, go to bed. I've been up for quite a while. It's been raining pretty much all night. It's still raining. Probably gonna be raining most of the morning until I get out of here at least, so I'm just gonna kind of hang out in the tent for now, get everything cleaned up, packed up. Gonna make some coffee. I don't know if when you guys go out what you bring for some sort of security measure, but about the most dangerous thing I have is this blowhorn right here. I mean, hopefully it would work and scare any predators away. And then I got the last line of defense, my axe and knife. But I think the blowhorn should do it. Hopefully, or it could make them more mad. I don't know. But that's what I bring out. Coffee room. There. It's nice just sitting under here in the tent, listening to the rain, drinking some coffee. I don't know why, but I look forward to going and paddling in the rain. It's really, I always enjoy paddling in the rain, so there's nothing, as long as there's no lightning going on. Glamping. Definitely glamping when you bring this thing. It's really, really big, but oh, it's worth it. I got such a good night rest on this thing. Everything's soaked. Bad part about getting back from a rainy trip is definitely laying everything out to dry when you get home. Coffee break. I wasn't doing just this overnighter that I'm doing right now. If I was staying out here 2, 3, 4 or more nights, I would prefer to put a tarp up over my tent so that my stuff doesn't get soaked like this. Unless you know for a fact you're gonna have
really, really nice weather, and you can get your stuff to dry out. Just doing a overnighter. That's all I really had time to do this time. All right, I'm gonna throw this in a bag and get out, go fish for a little bit, head back to the portage, knock that out, paddle across that last pond, load up and get home. We're all packed up. Got a quick check already, make sure I have no garbage behind. And let's get out of here. Still light rain. Wouldn't even be wearing the rain gear if I didn't have to drive home. I didn't bring any clothes to change into, so I don't want to be soaking wet. Just left the campsite. It's crazy how warm this water is. It's really, really nice. So I've had no luck yet. But on the way here, I passed by a pond. You had to paddle a little small little creek area to get into, and there's a campsite in there that I want to go check out. So I'm gonna head out, head over there. I was just thinking about something. I used to laugh at John all the time, the fishing fiend, because when I watch him, he would just be staring at the tip of his pole, just eyeballing that thing. He wouldn't. It's like he wouldn't even look at where he was going, just looking at the tip of that pole. Now I'm caught. I'm doing the same thing. Got that fishing bug. There's something about the excitement of seeing that thing get those pops. I don't know. Anybody else enjoy sitting there looking at the tip, waiting for it to get hit? Sorry, very sorry. Just noticed my rod did that. I didn't get skunked. Yes. Tiny perch, but better than nothing. Paddling into this other pond right now. I'm actually gonna call my wife because I believe my niece stayed the night last night, and I'm gonna see if she can watch the boys for a little bit, so that I can stay and not have to rush home. Wow, yeah, this is a nice little pond. Oh, just skimmed over a rock. Just a small little guy. So I came up here from this pond, and it's kind of cool. This is a campsite. I mean, it doesn't look like anyone stayed here in quite some time. What's awesome is this. There's another pond right over here. I wonder if there's some good fish in there. I can't imagine a ton of people are fishing. There's a little bit of a trail, but what a beautiful little pond. Oh, see something like this makes you wonder if there's any fish. Thing when I was paddling in is I heard running water, so let's go take a look at this real quick. Little stream. Definitely when I come out of here fishing right outside of this little part right here. See if we can catch something. Alright, let's go get back on the boat and do some fishing. Alright, yeah, actually got a fish on right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, about to pull this little guy up.
Alrighty, have fun.
Alright, I will. Love you. Thank you.
Alright, yep, love you too.
Alright, bye-bye. Another little perch. These are good eating. I could
Had a couple of these, and it was right by where that water was running. And as you heard, that was my wife. Yes, my niece is gonna babysit the kids, so I don't gotta come home early. So I am gonna take my time, do some more fishing. We're just cruising right now down this stream, going with the current this time, so it's kind of nice. I'm gonna float down here, knock this portage out, and I'm gonna go over and try to get this lean-to if I can, if I'm lucky enough. Stopped at this little, kind of little hole right here. Deep little hole, and there is just sunfish galore in this thing. Got a good size, look at that sucker. It's a good size little sunny. Okay, so we're getting up here to the portage. Real quick one. Got kind of caught up messing with those sunnies. It was fun. A good time, but get the show on the road here. Whoa! I was just gonna say, this wood plank dock is really nice to pull a boat on. It's really slippery, but it's also hard to get traction. I just got done with that portage. I ended up just dragging my canoe because it was just so wet. There's so many tree roots that slid no problem. I mean, I took most of the weight out. I basically did a double carry, but I don't know. I feel like the time and the hassle of putting the wheels on, pulling the straps out, putting them on for a quick 5 minutes just really wasn't worth it. So I just pulled it. It was nice and easy. But right now I'm gonna go head over, see if this lean-to is open. Hopefully it is. Drop all my stuff off, do some fishing, and grab some lunch. So we'll see what happens. Made it to lean-to. And we are extremely lucky because it was actually open. I thought somebody was going to be here, especially with the way the weather is. Figured somebody'd want this to stay dry for their trip, but it's not a great campsite for views or anything like that. You don't really have the greatest view of the water or anything. Obviously you can walk down to it, but just right over here is a quick portage over to a trout pond, so we're gonna go hook that up. This is that really fast portage right here. So we're just getting on this pond. It's beautiful back here. We got this drizzle coming in right now. Definitely getting out the net for these trout. I've paddled the shoreline all the way to the end of this pond. No luck as of yet. On the way down it was kind of nice. It was just floating with the breeze, but now I'm heading into the wind and the rain right now. Boy, it feels nice. Came to this site real quick. I had to use the restroom. I've actually stayed at this site a few times. I don't think that rope's gonna get you to the water, but probably fun to swing on. A nice little kind of sandy beach area down here. I was getting soaked from that rain, now after walking through all this. Really wet. It's all good. And ta-da-da! Wow, there used to be water going through right here. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, this whole section right here, there used to be water going through here. There's like kind of rocks you had to jump across, but that's pretty nice. Came up short. No trout. Oh, look, there's a little leech right there. There he is. So, failed at catching a trout, but it was still a nice paddle. I was able to get a up close and personal look at some loons. I nicknamed them Mike and Ike. Still misting, still a little rain, little drizzle. I'm gonna head back now. I think a fish just jumped out there. It's teasing me. Saying, come back out one more circle. But I'll get going. This is one of the other campsites here. John and I have stayed at this one as well. Pretty nice. Just got back over here to the lean-to. It grabbed some wood. There was a dead, fallen maple, so I grabbed some wood and some other stuff that was just kind of laying around. So hopefully, even though everything's soaked, we'll be able to get a fire going later. It's supposed to stop raining for a bit, so dry everything out again. Back at the lean-to, just hanging out. Still raining a bit. It's supposed to stop here in about an hour, 2 hours. So probably at that point I'll get a fire going, dry out my boots, and dry some things out. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna get this. Come out. Get this bad boy cooking. Oh, I feel much better. I forgot that I had brought these pants to sleep in. I bring these sometimes. And I brought this hoodie, which I didn't think I was going to use, but ended up working out and letting this wet stuff dry out. It definitely feels good to warm up a little bit, get something warm inside me, and top ramen, got some energy again. And head out. Go see if we can catch some bass in the back part of this pond. Wish me luck. We pulled some really fat bass out of here, so it's really nice right now. The sun's going down, the sky's kind of, I don't know if you can pick it up behind me, it's pink. Kind of pink up in front of me here. Had a great trip. Didn't expect to get to stay, today, and I'm actually going to stay the night, get up really early, get home tomorrow. Everything just kind of worked out. Now let's hope that we can get on some fish. That would cap the trip off just right. Head back now. Gave it my best. Fished until it was dark. Until I was out here with just the bats. Paddling in right now. I'm just about to pull my rods in for the night. Unfortunately, didn't get nothing, but it's all good. Gotta head back, start a fire, cook a few burgers. It's always so odd how you fish one spot, and you're on them, you're killing them, you're catching more than you could want, and next time you go back and they're not there. But that's fishing for you, I guess. Oh, just as I say that, I catch a fish. Yes. All right, on camera. Oh, he popped off. Oh, did he pop off? Yes, he popped off. Oh, dang. Just as soon as I went to put my paddle back. We're gonna go do some more fishing. Got this pyro putty here. Winter. See how it works, first time ever using it. Figure it'll be a good test run with every thing being soaking wet. Wow, that stuff's working really well. Oh, let me get some more wood stacked up on here, and once it's full raging, I'll get you back on. Everything was wet. It's been raining last few days here, so you can hear everything sizzling. Got my hamburgers done. Buns. Got a little ketchup mustard on there. Some Munster cheese. Eat this up. Chill for a few minutes. Brush my teeth and call it a night. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm all packed up. Just ending a great trip. Unfortunately, gotta leave. I wanted to head over to this little back area of the pond again and try my luck at those bass, especially after losing that one last night. Oh, that was a heartbreaker. Oh, still hurts. But I'm gonna fish on the way out. And we're off. We're about to be back where it all started. Time really went by slow during this trip. It was pretty nice. I was hoping to finish the trip off with a fish this morning. I hooked something just as I was coming out of the channel, but by the time I grabbed my pole, it came off. Pretty sure it was a fish. Maybe it was a snag, who knows. Even though I had a lot of fun doing this solo trip, I still, end all be all, definitely would rather go with someone anytime. Awesome trip. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Definitely try to get better at recording things and trying to get different angles and shots and all that good stuff. Must be hitting bottom or something. Yep. But if you like the video, please stay tuned for what we have in store the rest of this season. And, John just bought a hot tent, so we're going to be doing some ice fishing. So if you're into ice fishing, we're going to be doing our first season of that. But we have some huge trips planned this fall, so please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I think that's the first time I've ever said that in any of my videos, but that way you can get notified when those videos come out. as you see, I'm just here finishing this off, fighting with my pole. Oh yeah, still fighting. Still fighting. That's how it goes sometimes. That's all, folks. Take care. And hopefully join me on the next one. So long.